we have a sad news. One of our founder members, a close associate of Vyasa, a good sadhaka, and a major donor of development of Prashanti, Shri Ratibai Dhanani of London, passed away day before yesterday. We got the news yesterday. Let us maintain silence for a while, praying for the divine soul. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Our ashram initially was a very small place with only one building opposite to this hall called Vashishta, and a small cow shed. Those days, our founder Lakshmi Aunty, she used to stay in Vashishta building only to discuss philosophy, Vedanta, Upanishads. Then our Guruji, Dr. Nagendra, he thought we should have a learning center. So the Ashwini block was the next building, not in its present form, but it was a small, tiled roof hut. Our paper on asthma was published in 1986 in British Medical Journal. We got invitation from all over the world. Dr. Nagatna in 86 went to England, and about this paper, about Vyasa, about her, a Gujarat newspaper published from London was given in a detailed way, seeing which one lady, Vilas Dhanani, wife of Shrimati Bai Dhanani, she invited Dr. Nagatna to address to her group called Shravika Satsang Mandal. If you go to telephone room and sales counter, you will see this board donated by Shravika Satsang Mandal. Shravika means sadhak, female sadhak. They are from Jain religion, but very broad-minded. This entire group of about 40 ladies, they had migrated from Uganda. During notorious dictator Idi Amin's time, many Indian families had to leave that country and resettle in different places. Some came to India, some went to London, and some settled in Kenya, East Africa. Vilas was one of those ladies who got settled in East Africa in Star Village. She used to see poverty in the country, the local population, children very, very poor, malnutrition, barefoot, no education. Her husband, Shiloti Bai Dhanani, who passed away yesterday, was in the business of fruits and vegetables. She told him, can't we do something to give employment to these villagers through your business so that their condition improves, the country which has hosted us. So Atibai, he had a great sense of business. He acquired farmland from the government of Kenya and saw to it that this country exports fruits and vegetables to outside countries under the banner of KHE, Kenya Horticulture Export. Slowly this small company KHE grew to be a very big company. Now it has its headquarters in Nairobi, headed by Ratibai's brother Gurubai Dhanani. Being the president of the country of those days, Moi, Daniel Arap Moi, and before him Kenyatta, Jomo Kenyatta, the first president of the country. They appreciated the hard work of these brothers in trying to improve the economy of this country, Kenya. Ratibhai then established a unit in London. So this family came to London because many Gujarati ladies who came from Uganda and Kenya, they eventually, for the education of their children, settled in London because they had British passport. But these ladies belonging to the Shravika Satsang Mandal, they can't speak a single word of English, they knew only Gujarati, not so well educated. England was totally new country for them, don't know how to go about. There are so many facilities for senior citizens from this welfare state England, but they didn't know how to utilize them. As you know, in London winter is very severe, so they are confined to their homes. Their husbands and sons will go for work, and these ladies, they will be feeling depressed, many developing arthritis like disease out of stress and tension, new country, new language, new culture, and not knowing what to do, sitting all day in the house. Then Vilasben, she was a very enlightened person. She had learned reflexology. So she started teaching this reflexology, first treating them of various ailments, and then teaching reflexology to these ladies. There is one center for Asians in the Wembley part of London. She requested government to allow about 4 hours of time once a week from this hall which they can utilize. And she started treating free of cost people of various races, blacks, whites, various religions and races. People used to come every Wednesday in this Asian Center morning to be treated by reflexology. When 86, Dr. Naratna had taken us also with her to London to conduct yoga camps, yoga classes at various places. Since the last man had invited us to give a talk to our group, we went to this Asian Center. 90% ladies, only few gents. And one of the gents, Shri Lal, he was helping in organizing the program. So I asked him, many ladies, how come you are few gents and you are the only person as an organizer here? He told, I had a very severe backache. Doctors condemned me for bed rest for the rest of my life, telling there is no cure for this problem of yours. But Vilas Ben, by reflexology, treated me so well that you see how I am working hard now. So I thought I will dedicate my life for this Shravika Satsang Mandal. But as they say, free work has no value. So people who are not sincerely coming regularly for the treatment, once they get benefit little, they will start coming. Again they will get ailment and not listen. Vilas Ben's advice to follow the lifestyle, to come regularly for few sessions. So out of compulsion, she started charging 2 pounds, not for herself, to make people serious about the treatment. These 40 ladies, eventually, they could persuade their family members and through contacts of Vilas Ben to come to this center every week, spending their own time, money and energy through their relatives. They will drop in with the car to this center. So these ladies would sacrifice their money, energy, time to treat hundreds of people. But this money which she collected, 2 pounds from each patient, hundreds of patients used to come, she would donate to a blind school in London. Due to these services of Vilas Ben, the Mayor of London gave her an award for social service. And afterwards, when she came in touch with Prashanti Kutiram, she started sending regularly this money collected from this weekly contribution to Prashanti Kutiram for various buildings. There is one building, Anugrah, which was basically constructed by a lady from royal family from Rajasthan. But it required a lot of development, modification. That was the first contribution of Vilas Ben. After that, you will see a dining hall building contributed by Vilas Ben Dhanani. Though she didn't want her name, but to inspire others, our organizers have thought we should put her name so that other people will also feel inspired. So from 1986 onwards, Vilas Ben went on conducting regular reflexology classes in London, nearby town of England, Leicester, where more Gujarati population is there. Leicester is like a mini India. So she started spreading not only reflexology, but after learning yoga and yoga therapy, she came here, took the training in yoga, then yoga therapy. So she would combine reflexology and yoga therapy. Her name appeared in local directory of healers in London, and she started visiting this center regularly to get experience, all due to support of Ratibai Dhanani. And she used to invite us to conduct yoga teachers course in London itself. She got a space in a wonderful temple in London, Swaminarayan Temple. Now also in many places like Swaminarayan Temple and other places, our yoga classes are carried on regularly under the guidance of Vilas Ben Dhanani. So when they came here, initially no much infrastructure, very humble setup. Our teaching used to be in a building called Ananda, and all of us, 4 or 5 people, Dr. Nagendra, Lakshmi Aunty, Dr. Nagarjuna, we used to stay in this Vashishta building, and the only guest room was this Anugrah. So first time when Ratibai and his wife Vilas Ben, they came here, they were very much impressed by the lifestyle of Guruji and his Karma Yoga lectures. Ratibai tried to apply Karma Yoga principles in his business. Not only that, he thought I should live a simple life. So he saw Guruji living in, though he was a scientist in NASA, but he used to live in a very simple way, sleeping on the floor, on a mat. And he thought, life can be so simple, without TV, without newspaper, without any much arrangements, one can sleep on the floor and yet be happy. So I should apply these principles of simplicity in my life. So when we went to London during our next trip, to our surprise we found that from his bedroom he removed the bed. Of course, because it's very cold, he had put Dunliplo on the floor to save himself from the cold. But trying to follow in a very sincere way principles of sadhana, which he saw here. He was very fond of Professor Shastri, late Professor Satyanarayana Shastri. Professor Shastri is very common refrain in his lectures was, be free from all the stresses and tensions, asking yourself the question, if this happens, so what? I am free not to get upset. So very often he used to quote this so what philosophy. What happens, so what? This happens, so what? This helped him so much that one of his big center in one part of India, Birmingham, the big godown of fruits and vegetables caught fire. We were worried there very much, but when we phoned him, he told never mind. Thanks to Swami Vishaladananda's lectures, thanks to Professor Shastri's philosophy, I learned not to be affected. So in a true sense, he tried to follow Karma Yoga principles. Our parent organization is Kanyakumari. On the seashore, we have one sea beach. There is Samadhi of our founder, Shri Eknathji Ranade. On that Samadhi, there is a Shloka of Karma Yoga, which we chant here very often. What are symptoms of a great Karma Yogi, who is a sattvic person? The Shloka is like this: Mukta Sankar, Anahamvati, Dhirti, Utsaha, Samanvita, Siddhi, Asiddhi, Nirvikara, Karta, Sattvic, Uchyate. Who is a sattvic worker? Who is a Karma Yogi? First thing is detached. Mukta Sankar is not attached. Of late, in the company, there were some problems due to some government policy. And Ratibhai told to his two daughters, very talented girls, that we should be ready to wind up our business anytime without feeling bad. Always detached, ready for any eventuality. Mukta Sankar. Anahamvati, no ego. Being such a big person, he was almost billionaire and one of the most rich person in England. But nobody know. He not gave interview to newspapers or TV people. He saw to it that his name is not published in many of the magazines who give the list of rich people. Every day coming from the office, he used to work in the garden, seeing the lifestyle here, Karma Yoga, how youngsters are doing smilingly early morning Shramdhan Karma Yoga. I should also do. So he used to do in his back garden, every day morning gardening, play with children, his grandsons, very talented children, and live a very, very simple life. Always he used to say, please don't mention our name in Yoga Sudha, or don't write about us. That's why when she found that we are always writing her name, then she told, okay, don't write my name. Write the name of these ladies who joined me in my work. So don't write my personal name, write Shravika Satsang Center. That was their attitude. These 40 ladies, Gujarati ladies, elderly ladies, they'll come in this Asian Center in the morning, do reflexology about 2-3 hours, and when all the patients used to go away, these ladies, they used to bring their own small tiffin lunch, and they'll all keep it together and share together, have their lunch there, and after lunch they used to sit for satsang. Main thing was to inculcate higher values, principles of Karma Yoga, selfless service, and under Vilas Bhai's guidance, this goes on till now. Every Wednesday, these ladies belonging to Shravika Satsang Mandal, they have come here also, Prashanti. Many of them have learned yoga therapy here, and conducting classes selflessly there. Being in London, where they can earn a lot of money, many of them they teach yoga freely with the attitude of service, because we have learned so much. Our life is totally changed due to yoga. Otherwise, we are suffering from depression and tension and stress and disease. We are just rotting in our rooms. But thanks to yoga, our life is totally changed. The only way to give back is to teach this yoga to others freely. So they say teaching is learning twice. Many of our therapy participants also, when they come here, very depressed, suffering, but within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they get a new life. They say we should do something for others. And the shortest quotation is, be and make. Be happy and healthy, make others happy and healthy. And best way is to teach yoga to others. So they learn yoga, they go through YAC, Yoga Instructors course here, and in city, Bangalore city, you will find many yoga teachers. They are ex-therapy participants. They say this disease was born in disguise. Because of disease, we came to yoga. Through yoga, our disease went away. But we got much more in the life. And that's what happened with Sharika Satsang group. And they say, behaving a great person, there is a great lady. So Vilas Ben and Vatibai, they used to support each other so much. And unfortunately, at the age of 18, they have a big farm in Gambia. Their all business was not to earn money, but to help others. So they found that Gambia, one of the African countries, also very poor. So rather than having their farm in other countries, they got their farm in Gambia. And Gambian president is very close to them. So he gave them tax-free facilities because he knew that they are helping my country. So Vatibai was about to go to Gambia on Friday evening, and suddenly he felt a little uneasy. So some sort of chest pain. He told, I want to see the doctor. So he was taken to doctor. Doctor told there is no much problem, mild. ECG shows mild heart problem, but he can stay, you can go back and rest. But again he was brought to hospital because it became severe. So night when he stayed there, morning, he passed away at the age of 80 without troubling anybody. That is real life. Some people been bedridden for years together, suffering, and other people also want to serve them. But this shows, it shows the life of a person, because always he lived for others. Nobody expected that he will die so soon, but such death is blessed, where within 1 day he breathed his last. That was on Saturday. So I thought today morning I should tell that this Karma Yoga is not only philosophy. There are so many people who apply these principles of Karma Yoga, of sadhana in their life. Today, after chanting Om once again, in your mind, I request you to pray for the departure of the Divine Soul of Vatibai, and also let us pray for the loss, so that their family members, they bear this loss with courage. Let us sit comfortably, chant 3 Omkaras, inhale deeply. Om.